You've probably been told you need to bulk up first, then cut down later, or maybe someone told you to get lean before you build muscle. That's the kind of outdated thinking that keeps people stuck looking the same year after year. The truth is, your body doesn't follow those black and white rules. You can get lean from any starting point. The key is understanding how to manipulate training and nutrition together, not in isolation. Here's the deal, your body doesn't care if you're at 25% body fat or 15%. What it responds to is the right signal, the right kind of stress that forces adaptation. If you're lifting like you mean it, training hard with intensity and purpose, you're sending the message to your body that muscle needs to stay. But when you pair that with controlled nutrition, enough of a deficit to burn fat, but not so much that you lose strength, that's when the magic happens. You start revealing the muscle that's been hiding underneath, and the fat begins to melt away. Most people mess this up because they swing too far in one direction. They either starve themselves trying to get shredded or eat everything in sight thinking they'll bulk clean later. Both paths are disasters. The real strategy is balance. Eat enough to fuel performance. Train with precision, and stay consistent long enough for your body to catch up. Because, here's the thing, your body wants to hold onto muscle when it knows it needs it. You have to give it a reason. Every rep, every meal, every night of recovery, that's your signal. You don't transform by following trends or waiting for the perfect phase. You transform when you stop overcomplicating it and start attacking it from where you are right now. Whether you're overweight or already lean, the goal stays the same. Push for performance, fuel for function, and let fat loss become the side effect of your training. Let's talk about the part everyone overcomplicates: nutrition. Getting lean doesn't mean starving yourself, cutting out carbs, or living off plain chicken and broccoli. It's about controlling your intake with precision and feeding your body like a machine built for performance. You can't train a bad diet, but you also can't build muscle on fumes. You've got to strike the balance, eat enough to recover and grow, but stay in just enough of a deficit to force fat loss. That's how real athletes do it. Think of calories like currency. Every calorie you eat is an investment. The question is, are you investing in muscle or fat? When you train hard, your body demands fuel, and if you give it the right kind, lean proteins, digesting carbs, healthy fats, it rewards you by building and preserving muscle tissue. But when you flood it with junk, sugar, and empty calories, it stores the excess and your physique stays soft. The goal is to teach your body to run efficiently, to burn fat for fuel, while keeping muscle mass locked in tight. The trick isn't to eat less, it's to eat smart. Start by knowing your maintenance calories, how much your body burns daily, and create a slight deficit. Not 0 calories, not starvation mode, just enough to nudge fat loss without killing your performance. Then make protein your anchor. Every meal should include it. It keeps you full, supports recovery, and signals your body to hold onto muscle even when calories drop. Add carbs around your training window for energy and recovery, and use fats to stabilize hormones and hunger throughout the day. Don't chase perfection. You don't need a rigid meal plan. You need awareness. Track your food for a few weeks. Learn what portions actually look like. Once you understand your numbers, you can flex them as needed, dial them up when training gets intense, pull back slightly when progress stalls. That's real control. Most people walk into the gym and just go through the motions: chest day, arm day, a few machines, maybe some abs at the end. But that's not how you build a lean, athletic physique. If you want to look strong, you've got to train strong. You've got to move with purpose, not just lift weights for the sake of lifting. The goal isn't to look like a bodybuilder frozen in place. It's to move, perform, and function like an athlete whose body means business. When you start training like an athlete, everything changes. You stop counting sets and start chasing performance. You stop thinking, what muscle am I hitting? And start thinking, what's this movement teaching my body to do? Compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, presses, these are the foundation. They recruit more muscle fibers, build real strength, and torch calories in the process. When you combine that with explosive work, jumps, sprints, rotational movements, you're not just building muscle, you're building power and agility that show up in the mirror and in real life. Forget the idea of isolating one muscle at a time. Your body doesn't work in parts, it works as a system. Every rep should demand control, stability, and intent. You're not trying to just fatigue the muscle, you're teaching it to perform better under stress. That's what builds definition. That's what creates that lean, athletic look that turns heads. And here's the part that most people ignore: intensity. It's not about how long you're in the gym. It's about how much you demand from every minute you're there. Cut the fluff, keep rest short, push hard. Every set should feel like it matters, because it does. You don't build a ripped body by coasting through workouts. You earn it by showing up and attacking every session like it's your chance to prove something. Training like an athlete isn't about perfection, it's about progression. Get 1% better every time you walk in. Move better, lift cleaner, recover smarter. Over time, those small wins compound into a physique that's strong, functional, and carved from consistency. If you want to build a lean, strong, and athletic body, you can't just focus on one piece of the puzzle. Getting ripped isn't about lifting heavy every day or killing yourself with endless cardio. It's about building a complete system, one that combines strength, conditioning, and recovery. Think of it like a 3-tier structure. Each tier supports the other, and when they all work together, your body becomes a machine that performs, looks, and feels unstoppable. The first tier is resistance training, your foundation. This is where the real transformation starts. You need to train with intent, pushing your muscles with enough resistance to trigger growth while keeping form and function tight. It's not just about moving weight, it's about owning it. Every rep should have purpose. Focus on compound movements that hit multiple muscles at once, and build strength that carries over into everything else you do. When your base is solid, every other part of your training starts to fall into place. The second tier is conditioning, the missing piece for most people. You can't just build strength, you have to be able to use it under fatigue. That's where HIIT, circuits, sprints, and metabolic finishers come in. These sessions turn your engine up. They improve your endurance, burn fat fast, and teach your body to stay powerful even when you're tired. The key here isn't endless cardio, it's intensity and control. Train your heart like you train your muscles, with focus and effort. And then there's the third tier, recovery. This is the one everyone overlooks until it's too late. You can't grow if you're constantly breaking yourself down. Recovery is where your body adapts, repairs, and gets stronger. Sleep, mobility, hydration, and managing stress aren't optional. They're what keep the system running. If you ignore recovery, the other two tiers collapse and progress stalls. When you combine all three, lifting to build, conditioning to refine, and recovery to rebuild, your body doesn't just look better, it performs better. That's the secret to staying lean, strong, and injury-free year-round. It's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things consistently and with purpose. Everyone wants the secret to staying consistent, but the truth is, there's no secret, it's discipline. The people who build elite-level physiques aren't more motivated than you. They're just more committed when motivation disappears. Because it will disappear, there will be days when you don't want to train, when your diet feels like a chore, when progress slows down and you start questioning why you even started. That's where the real transformation happens, not in the gym, but in your mindset. You've got to stop waiting to feel ready. If you only show up when it's convenient, you'll never get anywhere. Discipline is built by doing the work on the days you least want to do it. That's what separates those who talk about getting results from those who actually get them. Every workout, every meal, every early morning or late night session, those are the small battles that build mental toughness. And once you build that toughness, your body has no choice but to follow. Most people think getting lean is purely physical, but your body only goes where your mind allows it to. You can have the best program, the perfect diet, and still fail if you're not mentally locked in. The key is learning to control your thoughts before they control you. Instead of saying, "I'll try," say, "I will." Instead of looking for shortcuts, focus on showing up and improving, even if it's just 1% every day. That's the mindset that lasts, and understand this progress isn't always visible. There will be stretches where the scale doesn't move, where you don't see new definition in the mirror. But those are the moments that test your commitment. The work you put in during those quiet, unseen days is what separates average from elite. You're not just training your body anymore, you're training your character. Now it's time to put everything together. You've got the knowledge, training, nutrition, mindset, but none of it matters if you don't take action. That's where the blueprint comes in. You don't need a 12-month plan or some fancy spreadsheet. What you need is 30 days of full commitment. 30 days where you stop negotiating with yourself and just execute. This isn't about perfection, it's about momentum. Once you start moving forward with consistency, your body starts responding faster than you think. The first step is simple. Pick a training schedule and lock it in. 4 to 5 days a week of focused, intense sessions. Every workout should have intent. Start with your compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, presses, and finish with accessory work or conditioning that keeps your heart rate high. The goal is progression, not exhaustion. Write down your numbers, track your lifts, and beat them week by week. That's how you build strength, confidence, and real results. Next comes your nutrition. Take the principles we talked about earlier and apply them. Calculate your maintenance calories, then create a small deficit around 300 to 500 calories. Focus on clean, performance-based foods, lean proteins, complex carbs, and healthy fats. Don't overcomplicate it. You're not dieting, you're fueling for performance. And remember, consistency beats perfection every single time. Miss a meal, adjust, had a bad day, reset the next one. It's not about never slipping, it's about never staying down. Sleep and recovery round out your plan. Aim for 7 to 8 hours every night. Stretch, hydrate, and stay active even on rest days. Your body doesn't grow in the gym. It grows when you give it time to recover. That's when the fat burns off and the muscle takes shape. And finally, track your progress, but not just by the mirror. Note your energy, your strength, your endurance. Those are the metrics that tell you you're getting better. Because when your body performs at a higher level, the look follows naturally. You've got everything you need: the plan, the mindset, the blueprint. Now it's time to stop watching and start doing. Whether you're starting with 30 pounds to lose or just chasing that next level of definition, the process is the same. Show up, stay consistent, and push harder every single day. Your body will follow your effort, and your results will reflect your discipline. This isn't just about getting lean, it's about becoming the kind of person who never quits. So take the first step today, because the only thing standing between you and your best physique is action.